evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Greene County High School for tonight's 5th Region Volleyball Tournament semifinal action. I'm going to turn it over to our PA announcer for tonight's lineups.
Number 19, Alyssa Philpott. Number 10, Beth Self. Number 20, Taylor Simpson. Number 4, Macy Singleton. Number 17, Sadie Slicker. Number 8, Jessica Smallwood. And number 14, Brooke Snyder. And now for the Marion County Knights, who will be the home team on the scoreboard. Number 2, Kendra Gabby. Number 5, Peyton Shoemaker. Number 7, Ella Merritt. Number 8, Grace Mattingly. Number 15, Addison Garrett. Number 18, McKenna Thomas. Number 19, Maddie Skaggs. Number 24, Addison Jones. Number 30, Casey Mattingly.
So there we have the starting lineups. Again, for Marion County, coming in with a 21-15 record on the season under Coach David Hibbard. They are the 20th district runner-ups. For Elizabethtown, they come in with a 28-10 record under Coach Bart Catlett, and they are the 17th district champions. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownSelfStorage.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. The winner of tonight's game will face off against the winner of our second semifinal. Second semifinal scheduled to start at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. That will be between the Bethlehem Banshees and the Central Hardin Bruins. On the court to start off for the Knights, Peyton Schumacher, Ella Merritt, and McKenna Thomas. On the back line, it is Addison Jones, Kendra Gaddy, and the libero is Casey Mattingly. For Elizabethtown, Macy Singleton, Addison James, Ella Brown, Jessica Smallwood, Brooke Snyder, and Lexi Davis is the libero. Marion County will have first serve in this first set. And it will be Kendra Gaddy to serve. Slinker to Smallwood. Brown will send it back row. Mattingly not able to get that one cleanly. Point for E-Town. Grace Godfrey now checking in on the front line for Elizabethtown. Actually to the service line. 1 serving 0. Down the line. And set Gaddy, and now sent over by Shoemaker. James outside for Smallwood, and she gets the kill. 2 serving 0. One name I didn't say for Marion County, sorry, was Grace Mattingly. She's on the front line. Godfrey to serve, 2 serving 0. Gaddy towards the outside. Shoemaker will send that one back row. Godfrey to James, outside Smallwood. That goes back line and in. 3 serving 0. Merritt, overpass, tip kill by Smallwood. 4 serving 0. That one goes wide. Point Knights. And Ella Merritt now to the service line. 1 serving 4. Snyder to Janes. Bump sets across. Smallwood will bump it over. Oh, it's a miscommunication on the Knight side. Point E-Town. McKenna Brown checking in on the front line for the Panthers. Addison Janes heads to the service line. 5 serving 1. Gaddy outside for Thomas. She tools the block. Point Knights. Grace Mattingly heads to the service line as Addison Jones checks in on the front line. 2 serving 5. Davis tied at the net for Janes. Now McKenna Brown sends that one long. Point Knights. 3 serving 5. Godfrey to Janes, bumps across Smallwood. That's wide. 4 serving 5. That one into the net. Service error, point for the Panthers. Alyssa Philpott will check in on the front line as Lexi Davis heads to the service line. 6 serving 4. Gaddy bump sets this one for Shoemaker. Blocked at the net. Gaddy pops it back up. Jones. That will be sent over by Shoemaker. That one goes long. Point E-Town. 7 serving 4. Mattingly, that one hits off the basketball goal that's up. Again, you can play it out of the rafters or off the goals on your side of the net. 8 serving 4. That one, service error into the net. Kaiten Shoemaker now to the line to serve for the Knights. 5 serving 8. Davis, overpass. Mattingly gets to it. Gaddy pops it outside. Thomas will send it over. They're going to say it did not go between the antennas, so it was out. Point Panthers. Timeout, Marion County. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. AtownSelfStorage.com, finally a place conveniently located in Elizabethtown for more than just your self-storage needs. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. And West Point Bank. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. We come back out. Jessica Smallwood will be at the line for the Panthers. 9 serving 5. Addison Garrett checked in on the back line for the Knights. That's going to go off Casey Mattingly. Ace. 10 serving 5. into the net. Service error point for the Knights. McKenna Thomas now heading to the service line. 6 serving 10. Smallwood to Janes in the middle for Philpott. Tap that one over. Shoemaker to Gaddy outside. Merritt back line. Smallwood gets that one. Janes back sets for McKenna Brown off the front line. Thomas will pop that one in the air. Gaddy bump sets for Merritt. She cuts it across. Not going to be able to get to it on the Panthers. Point Knights. 7 serving 10. Smallwood to Janes for Philpott. Blocked at the net by Jones. Popped up. Janes now will back set it for Smallwood. She goes back corner. Mattingly gets that one. Gaddy outside. Merritt. She'll tap it over. And off speed. Gets it in the spot. 8 serving 10. McKenna Brown pops that one up. James sends it over. Gaddy bump sets across for Merritt. Merritt gets the kill. 9 serving 10. Smallwood to James. Outside Ella Brown off the front line. Not able to get it. And it'll be a point for the Panthers. Freetown they got here with a 3-0 victory on Monday night over Greene County and Marion County. In a 5-set match Monday evening defeated Nelson County 3-2. Brooke Snyder now into the lineup for Elizabethtown. 11 serving 9. Gaddy outside Merritt. That one off the front line. She tours the block, gets the point. Grace Mattingly back in on the front line as Casey Mattingly heads to the service line. 10 serving 11. Smallwood to James in the middle. Philpott, she gets the kill. Macy Singleton in on the front line now as Alyssa Philpott will head to the service line. 12 serving 10. Thomas to Gaddy. Outside, Mattingly will send that one over. Smallwood gets to it. James just going to dump it over. Mattingly gets that. Gaddy outside. Merritt now. It goes back line. It's in. And Shoemaker checking back in. That's Kendra Gaddy will head to the service line. 11 serving 12. Snyder to James, outside Ella Brown. That one off the tape and gets the kill as it squeaks its way over the net. Now to get Grace Godfrey back in for Elizabethtown. She'll head to the service line. 13 serving 11. Mattingly to Gaddy. Outside Shoemaker. Pops it back up. That goes out. Point E-Town. 14 serving 11. Back row. Mattingly to Gaddy. Merritt goes back line. It's in. Point Knights. Ella Merritt now off to the service line for Marion County. 12 serving 14. Snyder right at the net for James. Singleton gets that one off the feed. Point for E-Town. And McKenna Brown checking back in on the front line for the Panthers as Addison James heads to the service line. 15 serving 12. Again, it is the best 3 out of 5 sets. First one to 25, leading by 2. If we get to a 5th set, it will be the first one to 15, leading by 2. Mattingly goes off her fingertip and an ace. 16 serving 12. That one, as Casey Mattingly was unsure if it was going to be in or out. That one goes in for the ace. 17-12, and Marion County takes their second timeout of the set. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and you can always check out our past podcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, get all your local community sports and events. I'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. As we come back out of this timeout, it'll be Addison James at the line for the Panthers. 17 serving 12. Catches the tape, ace. 18 serving 12. Merritt to Gaddy, outside Thomas, she twirls the block. And Grace Mattingly now heads to the service line as Addison Jones checks in on the front line. 13 serving 18. That one floated over. Davis to James. Back for McKenna Brown. Thomas to Gaddy in the middle for Jones. Blocked there by Smallwood. Point E-Town. As Lexi Davis heads to the service line, Alyssa Philpott checks back in on the front line. 19 serving 13. Thomas to Gaddy, outside Jones, unblocked at the net, sit back over by Thomas, then Smallwood. It's a tip kill. 20 serving 13. Merritt to Gaddy. Jones just able to get over. Smallwood to James. Back sets for McKenna Brown. She's down the line. Kill for E-Town. 21 serving 13.
Come on, girls. Go. Get back. Let's go.
21 serving 13. Out into the net. Point serve over to the Knights. Addison Garrett checking back in from Marion County, and she'll head to the service line. 14 serving 21. Godfrey to Janes. Smallwood, she'll tap that one over, and she'll get the kill as it goes off the front line. Jessica Smallwood now to serve, 22 serving 14. Ace. 23 serving 14. Mattingly to Gaddy. Side Thomas, back row. Smallwood gets that one. James outside for Ella Brown. Blocked at the net. Davis. James will just dump it over and finds the open spot. And it'll be set point for Elizabethtown. 24 serving 14. Merritt Jones not going to be able to get it over, and set number one will go to Elizabethtown. 25-14. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Featuring BART, protect what matters most. BBTEL Stream, watch TV from your BBTEL app. BBTEL Secure, a safer home awaits. BBTEL Blast, make the most of your Wi-Fi and visit bbtel.com today. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. Go online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownSelfStorage.com. Finally, a place conveniently located in Elizabethtown for more than just your self-storage needs. Featuring video surveillance, climate-controlled self-storage, but also storage for RVs and boats with electrical outlets in every spot to keep everything charged up and ready to go when you are. eTownSelfStorage.com for more information. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located off of I-65 at exit 91 on 311 Steel Drive in E-Town. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties in the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank. Hometown banking made simple with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. West Point Bank, working better together. Online at westpointbank.com. And a reminder, this is the first of our 2 semifinals tonight. Our 8 o'clock match, or scheduled to start at 8 o'clock, will be the Bethlehem Banshees and the Central Hardin Bruins. If either Elizabethtown or Central Hardin is victorious in the semifinals, and advance on to tomorrow night's finals, we will be here to cover that. That game tomorrow night scheduled to start at 6:30. Friday night we'll be at Central Hardin High School for football action. Coach Paul Gray and Jeff Knoll will bring you the defenders of Bryan Station taking on the Central Hardin Bruins. So we come back out to start set number 2. Elizabethtown will have first serve, and it'll be Grace Godfrey to start it off. Mattingly to Gaddy. In the middle for Grace Mattingly. Got over Davis to James from her knee. Smallwood will bump it back line. Thomas gets out right at the net. Trying to pop it over. They do. James pops it up. Davis bumps outside for Smallwood. She goes off the back line, and that one hits the back wall. Another kill for Jessica Smallwood. 1 serving 0. Merritt to Gaddy. Back for Merritt. Blocked at the net by Smallwood. Merritt pops that one up. Grace Mattingly will send it over. Davis to Janes. On the slide with Singleton. That goes wide. Point Marion County. Ella Merritt heading to the service line. 1 serving 1. Davis overpass. Tipped right there. Janes blocks that one. Right tight at the net. Janes will pop this one up to Davis. Outside Smallwood. She'll just roll it towards the middle. Gaddy gets that one. Casey Mattingly outside. Thomas will tap it over. Smallwood to Janes. Back up. Smallwood again will send it back row. Gaddy gets that one to Casey Mattingly outside. Thomas just dumps it over and finds an open spot. Two serving 1. Catches the tape. Not able to return an ace. 3 serving 1. Backline Davis to Janes. She'll bump it across. Smallwood, that one blocked at the net. Point Marion, 4 serving 1. Slinker to Davis for Smallwood. Backline. Casey Mattingly gets that one. It's across. Thomas with the kill. 5 serving 1. Davis to Janes across. Smallwood will bump this one back row. Merritt to Gaddy. She'll go outside for Thomas. Back row. Godfrey gets that one to Janes. At the net tight. Smallwood gets it over. Gaddy pops it up. Casey Mattingly outside again for Thomas off the front line. Slinker pops that one up. Janes will go outside for Smallwood. She throws the block. Kill. Point E-Town. McKenna Brown will check in on the front line as Addison Janes heads to the service line. 2 serving 5. Casey Mattingly to Gaddy. Outside Thomas. Dug out by Davis to Janes across for Smallwood. That's back line. It's long. Addison Jones checks back in the front line for the Knights. Casey Mattingly to the service line. Oh, they're going to say it was a point E-Town as it was tipped at the net. Sorry. So Addison Janes again should be serving. 3 serving 5. Casey Mattingly to Gaddy. Outside Thomas. That doesn't clear the tape. Point E-Town. 4 serving 5. Casey Mattingly. Gaddy for Grace Mattingly. Back row. Godfrey gets that one. Janes outside for Smallwood. And blocked at the net. Touched the light. It touched the light, so it will be a point for E-Town. Five serving 5. Merritt to Gaddy for Grace Mattingly. Blocked at the net by Smallwood. 6 serving 5. Merritt overpass. Kill from Smallwood. with that, Marion County will take their first timeout here in set number 2. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. I'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today.
Go, girl. Keep playing, go.
We come back out of this timeout. Elizabethtown has reeled off 6 consecutive points. And it'll be Addison James at the line for the Panthers, 7 serving 5. This is set number 2. Elizabethtown took set number 1, 25-14. Ace for James. 8 serving 5. Casey Mattingly to Grace Mattingly. That will be knocked over. Davis to James outside Smallwood. She gets the kill. Nine serving 5. Casey Mattingly to Gaddy. Outside Thomas, and Thomas gets the kill. Addison Jones back in on the front line. As Casey Mattingly heads to the service line, 6 serving 9. Godfrey to James, outside Smallwood. Smallwood gets the kill. Alyssa Philpott back in on the front line as Lexi Davis heads to the service line, 10 serving 6. Merritt to Gaddy, outside for Jones. And got that one off the end of her fingers, and the off speed ends up finding an open spot. Point Knights. Maddie Skaggs now at the line for the Knights, 7 serving 10. Godfrey, that one back into the net, and that'll be an ace. 8 serving 10. That one goes wide. Service error, point for the Panthers. Ella Brown checks back in on the front line. And Addison Garrett checks in on the back line for the Knights. Jessica Smallwood to serve, 11 serving 8. Casey Mattingly to Gaddy. Outside Thomas, she'll go back line, it's long. Point E-Town, 12 serving 8. Merritt to Gaddy. Outside Thomas, she'll roll this one back row. That goes long. 13 serving 8. Casey Mattingly to Thomas. Garrett will send that one over. Davis to James. Back sets. McKenna Brown able to get that one in. Gaddy to Casey Mattingly. Outside Thomas down the line. Smallwood gets that one. James will bump set it back for Smallwood. Back line. Casey Mattingly gets that one. Gaddy bump sets outside for Thomas off the front line. Gotten to by Smallwood. Now Philpott sends it over. Jones to Gaddy for Thomas, rolls that one in. Smallwood to Janes, outside Ella Brown. Back row, it's in. Point E-Town. 14 serving 8. Merritt to Gaddy, right at the net for Jones, tipped back. I believe it was Philpott that gets that block and kill. 15 serving 8. Casey Mattingly to Gaddy, right at the net for Thomas. And Thomas goes off the front line with the kill. Kenna Thomas will head to the service line. 9 serving 15. Smallwood to Janes. Outside Ella Brown. She'll go cross court. It's wide. Point Knights. 10 serving 15. Smallwood to Janes in the middle for Philpott. She goes off the blocker for the kill. McKenna Brown now to serve for the Panthers. 16 serving 10. Thomas to Gaddy. Outside for Merritt. Goes back line. Davis gets to it. Smallwood not going to be able to get it back over. Point Knights. Grace Mattingly checking back in on the front line as Addison Jones heads to the service line. Sadie Slinker checking in for Elizabethtown. 11 serving 16. Smallwood to Janes. Back for Smallwood. That goes wide. 12 serving 16. Catches the tape. Davis pops it in the air. Not going to be able to get to it. Ace. 13 serving 16. I guess we're going to replay it and see what happened there. That one long. Point E-Town. It's a Philpott now to serve for the Panthers. Macy Singleton checking back in on the front line. 17 serving 12. Thomas at the net for Gaddy. There, popped up by Janes. Slinker bops it back row. Smallwood will send it over. Merritt to Gaddy. Back for Merritt. That one doesn't clear the tape. Point E-Town. (18) serving 12. Gracie to Merritt. And E-Town not able to get to it. Point Knights. Skaggs checking back in on the front line for the Knights. Kendra Gaddy to the service line. 13 serving 18. Bumped up. Ella Brown across. Davis sends it back row. Gaddy to Merritt, and Merritt with another kill. 14 serving 8. Slinker to Janes in the middle for Singleton. She gets the kill. Grace Godfrey back in for Elizabethtown. She'll head to the service line. 19 serving 14. Casey Mattingly to Gaddy, outside. Skaggs cuts across. Smallwood gets to that one. Davis will bump it. Now Slinker will bump it to the middle. Gaddy back outside for Merritt. They're going to call a double. Point for E-Town. 20 serving 14. Grace Mattingly to Gaddy. Now Merritt, that one dug out by Davis to James. Back outside Smallwood. Smallwood gets the kill. .21 serving 14. Floated. Merritt sends it back over. That'll go wide. An ace for Godfrey. 22 serving 14. Merritt to Gaddy. Back for Merritt. Blocked to the net. Oh, they're going to say it didn't clear the tape. 23 serving 14. Off speed, Grace Mattingly to Gaddy, outside. Skaggs tops it over. Slinker to James, into the middle. And Smallwood with the left hand just tips it into an open spot. And Grace Godfrey will be serving for set number 2. 24 serving 14. Thomas to Gaddy. Outside Skaggs goes across and she'll get the kill. Ella Merritt now to the line for the Knights. 15 serving 24. Singleton to Davis. Bump sets for Smallwood. That one doesn't clear the tape. Point Knights, 16 serving 24. Slinker to James, outside Smallwood, off the front line. That'll do it. E-Town takes set number 2, 25-16. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Featuring BART, protect what matters most. BBTEL Stream, watch TV from your BBTEL app. BBTEL Secure, a safer home awaits. BBTEL Blast, make the most of your Wi-Fi. Visit bbtel.com today. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. For more information, go online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownselfstorage.com. Finally, a place conveniently located in Elizabethtown for more than just your self-storage needs. Featuring video surveillance, climate-controlled self-storage, but also storage for RVs and boats, with electrical outlets in every spot to keep everything charged up and ready to go when you are. Go to eTownselfstorage.com for more information. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located off of I-65, exit 91 at 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrappy metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at muggabug.com. And West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. West Point Bank, working better together. Online at westpointbank.com. We come back out for set number 3. On the court for the Knights, Ella Merritt, Grace Mattingly, Maddie Skaggs, McKenna Thomas, Addison Jones, Kendra Gaddy, and the libero will be Casey Mattingly. For Elizabethtown, Haley McAllister, Addison James, Ella Brown, Sadie Slinker, Alyssa Philpott, Jessica Smallwood, and the libero will be Lexi Davis. And so Marion County will have first serve here to start off set number 3, and Kendra Gaddy will be at the line. Slinker to Janes in the middle. McAllister block. Smallwood knocks it in the air. Davis sends it over. Gaddy outside for Merritt. She goes back line. Smallwood there. Davis now to be Janes will roll it to the back line. Thomas gets that one to Gaddy. She'll bump set it outside for Merritt. Back row, and she gets the kill. Point Knights. 1 serving 0. Slinker to Janes. McAllister, that goes long. 2 serving 0. Slinker to Janes. She'll dump that one over. Merritt got to it. Grace Mattingly now to be Gaddy that sends it back line. Smallwood to Janes outside. Ella Brown blocked at the net. I'm going to say 4 hits, so that one didn't clear the tape. 3 serving 0. Slinker to Janes. Back row Smallwood. Casey Mattingly gets that one, unable to get it to a teammate. Point E-Town. Grace Godfrey now into the lineup for the Panthers. She heads to the service line. 1 serving 3. Casey Mattingly, as Slinker gets that one. James will pop it over. Casey Mattingly back again. McAllister gets it. It's still being played. I think that one, it was into the rafters. They played it out of the rafters like you're supposed to. I'd be surprised if they replay this point. Yep. So Godfrey will remain at the line. That'll be 1 serving 2. Now what Coach Catlett has pointed out is where it hit in the rafters was outside of the basketball court, which is usually what they will play it within. So we'll start over. 1 serving 3. Thomas right at the net. Tip kill that time by James. 2 serving 3. Two serving 3. Casey Mattingly to Gaddy. Sets for Skaggs. She'll send this one back line. Godfrey to James. Outside Smallwood. She goes off the blockers with another kill. 3 serving 3. Thomas to Gaddy. Outside Skaggs. That one doesn't clear the tape. 4 serving 3.
Come on, girls, go.
Tracy Mattingly to Gaddy. For Merritt, who sends it over. James pops it up. Now to be Davis. Bumps it to outside. For Jane, she goes across court. Gaddy gets that one. Casey Mattingly for Merritt. She cuts it across and gets the kill. And Ella Merritt now heading to the line for the Knights. 4 serving 4. That one doesn't clear the tape. Point E-Town. Beth Self checking into the lineup for Elizabethtown as Addison James heads to the service line. 5 serving 4. Casey Mattingly to Gaddy. Cross. Thomas blocked at the net. Point E-Town. 6 serving 4. Tip kill at the net by, they're going to say net violation on E-Town. Point Knights. And Grace Mattingly will head to the service lines. Addison Jones checks back in on the front. Davis to James. Outside Smallwood. Gets another kill. Lexi Davis serving, 7 serving 5. It's an ace. 8 serving 5. Thomas to Gaddy. Outside Jones goes back row. It's long. 9 serving 5. That one into the net. Point for the Knights. And Maddie Skaggs will head to the service line. 6 serving 9. Davis to James, outside Smallwood. Back line, that's in. Ella Brown will check back in on the front line for E-Town. Addison Garrett checks in on the back line for the Knights. Jessica Smallwood to serve. 10 serving 6. Casey Mattingly to Garrett. Outside, Thomas sends that one over. Davis to James. In the middle, not able to get to that kill that time by Beth Self from Elizabethtown. With that, Coach Hibbard will take their first time out here in set number 3. Elizabethtown took set number 1, 25-14, and set number 2, 25-16. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results. eTownSelfStorage.com. Finally, a place conveniently located in Elizabethtown for more than just your self-storage needs. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. 11 serving 6. Jessica Smallwood at the line for the Panthers. Merritt to Gaddy for Thomas. She'll roll it back line. Smallwood to James in the middle for Philpott. She gets the kill. Serving 6. Casey Mattingly to Thomas, and Gaddy will send it over. Smallwood to James. That one goes wide off the hand of Self. Point Knights. McKenna Thomas heading to the service lines for the Knights. 7 serving 12. Davis to James for Ella Brown. That one dug out by Casey Mattingly. To Gaddy, back for Casey Mattingly. She'll send it back row. James to Davis. Now Philpott will just bump it over. Garrett to Gaddy, outside Merritt. That one blocking it, but kill for Merritt. 8 serving 12. Smallwood to James, outside Ella Brown. That one tipped at the net. Thomas gets to it. Gaddy will bump it. Cross for Merritt. She'll just roll it over. James to Davis, outside Brown again, sends it across. Casey Manley gets to it, unable to return it. Point for E-Town. Sadie Slinker will check into the lineup for the Panthers. She'll head to the service line. 13 serving 8. Casey Mattingly to Gaddy, outside Merritt. Dug out by Smallwood to James for Philpott. She'll just tap that one over. Merritt gets it to Gaddy. She'll send it over. Davis gets that one. James, it's going to be tight to the net. Popped up. James sets in the middle for Philpott. Blocked by Jones. Slinker pops that one up. Brown not able to get it over. Oh, it went off of the block in the middle and out. So it's a kill for Brown. Point E-Town. 14 serving 8. Thomas to Garrett. Now Merritt gets it over. Brown to James for Smallwood, just tips it. Garrett to Gaddy, outside Merritt. This one goes off the front line. Brown got to it, not going to be able to return it. Point Knights. Grace Mattingly checking back in on the front line. This Casey Mattingly heads to the service line. 9 serving 14. Slinker to James for Philpott. That goes long. Knights. 10 serving 14. Smallwood to James, back for Smallwood from the back line, gets the kill. Macy Singleton checking in on the front line for Elizabethtown. As Alyssa Philpott heads to the service line. 15 serving 9. Thomas to Gaddy for Grace Mattingly. Back row, and she'll get the kill. Lexi Davis back in for Elizabethtown. Maddie Skaggs back in for Marion County. Kendra Gaddy to serve. 11 serving 15. Slinker to James. Smallwood sends that one over. Gaddy to Casey Mattingly. Outside Merritt. That doesn't cross between the antennas. Point E-Town. That'll get Grace Godfrey back in for the Panthers. She'll head to the service line. 16 serving 11. That one's wide. Point Knights. Ella Merritt now to serve for the Knights. 12 serving 16. Slinker, that would be an ace for Merritt. 13 serving 16. Davis to James in the middle for Singleton, blocked in there by Grace Mattingly and popped back over by the Panthers. Beth Self checking back in for the Panthers as Addison James heads to the service line. 17 serving 13. Merritt to Gaddy. Grace Mattingly blocked to the net by, they're going to have a net violation on the Knights. I think that was on Grace Mattingly. Point E-Town. 18 serving 13. Merritt to Gaddy. Outside Thomas. She goes across. That's in. Point Knights. Addison Jones will check back in as Grace Mattingly heads to the service line. 14 serving 18. Godfrey to James, outside Smallwood. It's a kill. Alyssa Philpott back in on the front line for E-Town. As Lexi Davis checks in on the back line, and she'll serve. 19 serving 14. Thomas to Gaddy for Jones, just tapped over, knocked back by Philpott. Gaddy pops that one up. Jones now will roll it over. Davis to James, outside Smallwood. That one is in. The block from Skaggs. Addison Garrett back in She'll head to the service line for the Knights. 15 serving 19. Godfrey to Janes, outside Smallwood. Casey Mattingly digs that one out, blocked at the net. Popped over by Casey Mattingly. Philpott to Janes, outside Smallwood. That one's long. Point Knights. 16 serving 19. Into the net. Point E-Town. Ella Brown back in on the front line for the Panthers as Jessica Smallwood heads to the service line. 20 serving 16. Catch to the tape. Casey Mattingly gets that one. Gaddy for Thomas. That one dug out all the way back over by Smallwood. Jones not able to get it back. Point E-Town. 21 serving 16. Marion County will take their second timeout. Again, a reminder, schedule at 8 o'clock Eastern time. We will have our second semifinal matchup. It will be between the Bethlehem Banshees and the Central Hardin Bruins. And if either Elizabethtown or Central Hardin advances to tomorrow night's championship game, we will be right back here to cover it for you on HCEC-TV. Friday night we will be at Central Hardin High School as it is the final regular season week of high school football in Kentucky. The Central Hardin Bruins will be hosting the Bryan Station Defenders. Coach Paul Gray and Jeff Knoll will bring you that action. We come back to action here. Jessica Smallwood will be at the service line for the Panthers. 21 serving 16. Merritt to Gaddy for Grace Mattingly off the front line. Davis to Janes, outside Self. Outside Thomas, she goes off the blockers. Point Marion County. Thomas serving. Smallwood to Janes in the middle for Philpott, and Philpott gets the kill. Sadie Slinker back in for E-Town as she heads to the service line. 22 serving 17. And not going to be able to get us out. It'll be an ace. 23 serving 17. And into the net, Point Knights. Grace Mattingly back in on the front line as Casey Mattingly heads to the service line. 18 serving 23. Smallwood to Jane. She'll tip that one over. Merritt gets to it. Casey Mattingly back to Merritt. She'll roll it towards the middle. Slinker to Janes for Philpott. Philpott gets the kill. Macy Singleton will check back in on the front line. Alyssa Philpott will head to the service line, serving for the match. 24 serving 18. Garrett to Gaddy, across for Grace Mattingly, and she gets the kill. Lexi Davis back in on the back line for the Panthers. So Maddie Skaggs checks back in on the front line for the Knights. Kendra Gaddy to serve, 19 serving 24. Slinker to Janes for Singleton. And there it is. E-Town will win in straight sets 3-0 as they take the third set 25-19. For Marion County, they will finish the season 21-16 on the year. Immediately following this, we will have members named to the all-tournament team. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownSelfStorage.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. So they will call out who has made the all-tournament team.
Your fifth region all-tournament team is McKenna Thomas and Casey Mattingly.
So McKenna Thomas and Casey Mattingly named to the fifth region all-tournament team from Marion County. We have about 45 minutes until we will start our second one. Again, we will be back right at 8 o'clock Eastern time for the Central Hardin Bruins and the Bethlehem Banshees.